Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. World War I doesn't get nearly enough love on the wargaming shelf. Everybody wants to talk Bulge and Kursk, but the Great War gave us trenches, dogfights, U-boats, and cruisers loose on the high seas, and honestly, it's one of the richest periods for solo design working right now. So today we're counting down my 6 favorite solo Great War games here at Hexed Encountered. This isn't a best of all time, objectively, don't at me list. This is my 6. The games that keep coming off the shelf. Let's get into it. Starting us off is Trench Raid from Compass Games, designed by Lisa Smedman. This one strips World War I down to its rawest, most personal scale. You're leading a 10-man raiding party across no man's land, hex by hex, shell hole by shell hole, trying to get into the enemy trench, grab what you came for, and get your boys home alive. What earns it a spot here is how fast it plays and how tense it manages to stay. A raid runs about an hour, and the play is low complexity, hex-based, individual soldier combat. But between 12 raid objectives and 20 random events, you genuinely don't know what's waiting when you go over the top. And the campaign layer means the raiders who survive get a little extra luck, and you start caring about these guys by raid 3. It's the quick, brutal, and surprisingly emotional slot on this list. I'm a sucker for aerial games, and the first one of those to appear on this list is at number 5. Aces of Valor from Legion Wargames. Eric von Rossing and Don Hendon's Solitaire Squadron Command game of Western Front air combat. This is the one for people who want the campaign fantasy of running a squadron, not just one plane. You pick a side, German or one of the Entente powers, and manage up to 8 pilots across an 8, 12, or 16 mission campaign, drawing mission cards for everything from patrols to balloon busting to bomber escort. Combat resolves on an initiative track where pilot skill actually matters, and mission points convert into replacements, upgrades, and rank. It's abstracted enough to move quick, but it gives you that slow burn, watch your aces rack up kills and your rookies wash out narrative that makes a campaign game sing. I'd give this one 4 pings, but they didn't have sonar in the Great War. Sliding into the top 4, we leave the sky for, yep, you guessed it, the water. With Raiders of the Deep, Ian Cooper's solitaire U-boat game from Compass Games, running on Gregory Smith's well-regarded Hunter's engine. You're commanding a German U-boat across the entire war, hunting Allied shipping while trying to keep your crew alive and your rank climbing all the way to the armistice. What makes this one special is that it's the first dedicated board game treatment of World War I U-boat warfare, and it plays that history straight, right down to the desperation of trying to survive a war that increasingly wasn't survivable. If you've played The Hunters or Silent Victory, you already know the shape of this system, and it translates beautifully to the Great War setting. We're still out at sea for number 3. The Far Seas from VUCA Simulations, designed by Martin Anderson and Julius Brunken, and technically our single asymmetric and 2-player game on this list, though it's got a full dedicated solitaire bot system that holds up completely on its own. My channel, my rules, and I say it qualifies. This is global scale cat and mouse. 8 German cruisers scattered around the world at the outbreak of war, cut off from home, raiding Allied merchant shipping, while the entire British Empire, plus some of its friends, scrambles to hunt them down. Hidden movement, ocean search mechanics, coaling constraints. You're not just fighting battles, you're managing how far your ship can even go before it runs dry. The 9-turn global campaign is the main event, but the training scenarios like Coronel and the Falklands are a genuinely great on-ramp if the full campaign looks intimidating. Number 2 is Black Flight from Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. This is a book-based solitaire game, though you can get it in a box from Blue Panther, and it's doing something a little different from everything else on this list. It's putting you in command of a real historical unit, the Royal Navy Air Service No. 10 Squadron in 1917. Mr. Van Hare doesn't call it Historic Wings for nothing, you know. You're flying out of Drogland Aerodrome across the lines, and the German pilots you're up against aren't abstract counters. You're going up against Richthofen, Allmanreuter, Voss, and the rest of the Imperial German Air Service's real roster. It's part history book, part game, and the narrative voice makes every dogfight feel like it's actually happening to your squadron, not just resolving on a chart. If you want World War I air combat with real weight behind it, this is the one. And my number one favorite solo First World War game, Western Front Ace from Compass Games, Gregory Smith and Ian Cooper's entry in the Hunter's Night Fighter Ace family of systems. This is the career pilot fantasy done about as well as it's ever been done. You pick from 7 nationalities, fly out of bases along the trench lines of the Western Front or down in Italy, and fly sortie after sortie in a dizzyingly large set of period aircraft. You'll fly patrol, escort, balloon busting, building prestige, earning skills, climbing through rank and awards right up through October 1918, or, more likely, until you get shot down, because this system does not go easy on you. What puts it at number one for me is how completely it sells the one pilot, one story arc. Every award earned and every skill purchased feels like it belongs to your guy, and losing him hurts in a way abstracted games just don't manage. So that, my friends, is the 6, my favorite solo World War I games, from a 1-hour trench raid all the way up to a full pilot's career over the Western Front. 6 different takes on the same terrible war, and honestly, 6 games we'd recommend to anyone looking to get into the period solo. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comments which of these you've played and what you think should have made the list. If you enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the like, share, hype, or even the subscribe button. We've got a lot more wargame and RPG content coming over the top from the Hexed Encountered trenches. A quick shout out to my channel members. Thank you for your support. I'm Joe, this is Hexed Encountered, and until next time, good hunting and happy gaming.